I didn't know it, but I was about to meet my first witch. Curses.
Oh man, the book and the 1990 movie are great, with a perfect balance of being sweet, funny, and scary. And the makeup and special effects in the previous films still hold up to this day. But thank God we now have a version that asks the question, what if all of that was horrible? There was a moment when I thought it was kind of working, where the hero loses his parents and it shows him grieving and then bonding with his grandma. Even the soundtrack choices were great, like using the Four Tops and Otis Redding. And then, well, it takes a turn. And that turn is when the witches show up.
Give her a kiss.
One sequence that still haunts me to this day, ever since I saw it in theaters, was the flashback sequence showing the little girl in the painting. Here, well, they do something like that. My God, that's just gonna haunt me for completely different reasons. When she turns into a chicken, I felt like I was watching a live-action remake of the chicken spoof of Wolf from The Critic. The movie, for the most part, plays out similar to the other movie, only when it's not as good as when a 30-year-old movie did it better, the whole thing comes across as shameful. Gone are all those makeup effects that you still applaud to this day, and what we get here...
You are a heap of kids for nothing.
Oh, it gets worse. Yeah, you've seen this image floating around the internet, but that doesn't prepare you for the sniffing scene. It gets worse.
Now I've got you.
Do I need to show you that when anyone turns into a mouse, a cloud of purple smoke comes from their asses and shoots them in the air? I guess I'll just leave that to your imagination. I'll get to the characters in a minute, but even the situations themselves don't really have much setup here. They kind of just happen. Before, there was actual tension when the Grand High Witch kills one of the witches in the crowd, but here, it's just quick and random right when the speech starts.
Your Excellency, do you have a plan? How can we possibly wipe out every
The whole movie is narrated by Chris Rock, which weirdly makes us feel like some rejected script of an Everybody Hates Chris Halloween special. It plays into nothing in the film. It could easily be removed and feels like an afterthought. He either comes in to do random narration stand-up that's tonally inconsistent, or he just describes things that we're already well aware of. But even the characters do this. The hero is watching the Grand High Witch's speech, and in case you don't know what's going on, it keeps cutting to him stating the obvious. That's the Grand High Witch! Hey, they're all witches! Oh my God, they turned Bruno into a mouse, and now they're trying to step on him! The only one who manages to come out of this with any sense of dignity is Octavia Spencer. Anne Hathaway, you can barely understand what she's saying half the time, and while Angelica Houston stood out from the rest of the witches in the crowd and certainly felt like she was their ruler, the Grand High Witch here does not, and doesn't seem any more or less intimidating than any of the other witches in the movie. She comes across like she's one of her fake personas from The Hustle. As for the other characters, once the hero, who's nameless here like he is in the book, is turned into a mouse, he becomes a completely different character, aside from the whole mouse thing. Suddenly, his line delivery is radically changed and is far more jokey and one-linery.
Then I slipped the potion into the witch's pea soup and turned them all into mice.
Are you sure about this, little man? This sounds like it could be a very dangerous and scary mission.
Trust me, Grandma. I can handle it.
The side characters here are nothing. Bruno's parents could qualify as just a cameo. And Stanley Tucci isn't given the subplot Rowan Atkinson had, he's given no subplots. Tucci's big scene in the movie comes when a mouse bites him in the nuts. There's no heart to any of this. At one point, a kid is just abandoned by his parents, and the reaction might as well be, oh well, whatever, let's go play. The movie goes on a little bit from the soup sequence, and what they do here is so over the top and cartoonish, even for a movie about children being turned into mice. The mice are, of course, just CG splooge in this, which might as well be. Everything else in the movie is. It doesn't matter if you're just holding onto a cat or pulling out a snake. What? That looks too good. No, we need to make it look like a Sci-Fi Channel original movie this time. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, but as far as whether this ending is more like the book, it's more like the ending of the book than the 1990 movie is, but if you love the ending of the book, this feels far, far, far more insulting. I don't even dislike the ending of the 1990 movie, as test audience-y as it is, but here, it's like if the ending of the book were an episode of The Cleveland Show, mixed in with the worst photoshopping you'll see this year. Nothing about it is earned. The book has teeth. The 1990 movie has teeth. This thing doesn't even have dentures. This comes across like something that would be a double feature with that Lady and the Tramp remake, but the fact that this is a Robert Zemeckis film and has Guillermo del Toro's name on there as co-screenwriter makes it an extra level of jaw-dropping. Okay, what did I give Hubie Halloween? A D? Alright, this is a D-. This is an embarrassment. I hated this movie. It's not funny, it's not scary, it's a pointless film, and there's no reason to even acknowledge this over the other film. What a long sit that movie was. Okay, check out our Cinema Snob episode on the original film, plus subscribe to our channel today, and follow us on Twitter at The Cinema Snob. See you next time.